folks, welcome back to GP Reactions. My name is Gail and I love to listen to music. Sadly, I haven't had a chance over the last couple of weeks to listen to very much music and I feel quite guilty. So basically, I've got a new contract at work, which means that I'm working more hours. Um, and I'm just trying to kind of adjust to that and trying to sort of regulate my sleep a little bit better than I used to. Um, Also, I've had a bit of a stomach upset for probably about 5 weeks, and I am going to go down to GP's tomorrow and um, see if I can get that sorted. It's just a kind of bit of acid reflux type thing, but it's kind of meant that I felt, waking up in the middle of the night and stuff, I felt quite tired. So not only am I doing more hours at work now, but just trying to kind of like settle into some kind of pattern, and including that pattern, we'll be doing reactions. So, um, but it's a Sunday night, and really been trying to get the energy up to do some reactions. And regardless of being ill, I guess I can still talk and listen, and so here I am. Excuse me. So I'm going to be listening to a track by Country Joe and the Fish. I reacted to one by them before, I think um, from the same concert at Woodstock. And yeah, it was really, really good. I think that was an anti-war song. In fact, I'm sure it was an anti-war song. And this is a track called "Not So Sweet," Martha Lorraine. It's taken from their album Electric Music for the Mind and Body from May 1967, and it's track 2 on the album. So, before I get to it, I just want to thank everybody for sticking with this channel. I am doing my best. Sadly, I can't really kind of help my health. Well, I can actually, to be fair. There's no excuse for the way I've let myself kind of, I don't know, spiral into yeah, poor health, like I have done, and everything that happens to me is probably my fault. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody for just still sticking with me, and yeah, for those of you who have suggested music to listen to, um, I acknowledge that, and I will try and get around to a few of those tracks. Also, anyone who has donated to buy me a coffee, that's really, really appreciated too. Because I know some of you are coming to my channel for the first time, and you're probably going back and looking at some of the music I've reacted to. I like to think I react to music that isn't the most popular on YouTube, so um, it's a little bit of a niche kind of thing. There are people who do react to some of the music I do, but for the most part, I'd like to think I can react to music that doesn't follow the algorithms as such. So yeah, so Country Joe and the Fish. So this was a couple of years after their album came out, and we have on lead vocals Country Joe McDonald, of course, and we have Gary Melton on lead guitar, David Cohen on rhythm guitar, Bruce Barthol on bass, and Gary Hirsch on drums. So, with that said, this is Woodstock. I absolutely love I love the idea of Woodstock. I remember seeing a documentary on it a while back, and it was fascinating how it actually came together. And I can't remember the name of the place in New York that it was took place. I think it was in New York. But this little town, first of all, they were moved from another location, and they had to then reset up the entire festival in this little town. And fearing that the people of this little town would, kind of maybe try and get an injunction against them, like the previous place did, then they went ahead with it, but they realised they had a big problem with food. And when word got out, the town actually they got together and they started making food in their kitchens, and I think they gave it all for free to the Woodstock Festival. And do you know what? That was the spirit of the whole festival, I think, and it just really, really typifies this kind of spiritual feeling of this movement that started in I guess '66, and it's the movement of peace and stuff, and it's good to. I think when people get the vibe that something's good's going on, they'll get involved, even if it's you know on their doorstep and they're not actually involved themselves. I know this was fantastic. I don't think that would ever repeat. So anyway, very interesting title of a track, Not So Sweet, Martha Lorraine. I am curious just to see what this one's about. So here we go. I need to turn. Any 60s guys look so cool. Apologies if it sounds a little bit quiet. Let me just turn it up a bit more. My guitar. I like that little melodious bit, harmonies.
She will explain just exactly who was to blame for causing me to go insane and finally blow out my brain. Lorraine, talk about Lorraine.
Changing it up. There's a lovely different change ups in this song, especially that the bit where if I don't know if it was like a chorus, but the harmonies and stuff that came in, it is really really cool, and that lead guitar's fantastic. It's kind of what you really really want when you're at one of these outdoor festivals. A really strong lead guitar. Let's just take that back a little bit because again I think we were going into another transition there. I love that organ. I'm not sure who's playing that though. I like that bit. Those drums. I was a country Joe and a Fish, not so sweet Martha Lorraine live at Woodstock in 1979, and I really, really enjoyed that. It was a really solid jam. I loved the different transitions. I actually really there was something about when it went a little bit quieter with the guitar, very kind of whimsical guitar that it just seemed slightly familiar to me, and I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't know if I've heard it before, but maybe it's been like copied or sampled for a television or some a movie or something. But yeah, there's definitely something about that one little tiny section that seemed very very familiar. But yeah, I love this. I'm not entirely sure what it's about. I think it's about a sort of toxic relationship, maybe, and the differences between, men and women, and the over analyzing, under analyzing what people do and say. It just kind of felt that way, so I won't really get into the lyrics too much. I mean, I might have to listen to this again. Oof. It's difficult. Do I want to read the lyrics? I mean, these were written by Country Joe McDonald, so yeah, let's just read it. She hides it in an attic concealed on a shelf behind volumes of literature based on herself. So maybe like a bit narcissistic and runs across the pages like some tiny elf, knowing that it's hard to find stuff way back in her mind, winds up spending all of her time trying to memorize every line. Sweet Lorraine, ah, sweet Lorraine. Sweet lady of death wants me to die so she can come and sit by my bedside and sigh and wipe away the tears from all of my friend's eyes. Then softly she will explain just exactly who was to blame for causing me to go insane and finally blow out my brain. Wow, I must have missed that lyric. Well, it's a shame and a pity you were raised up in a city. You never learned nothing about country ways, about country. This is about a person, I'm sure, about a specific person. It kind of feels like that. The joy of life, she dresses in black with celestial secreta engraved on her back. Her face keeps flashing that she's got the knack, but when you look in her eyes and she's learned she's hard to memorize, and the only way you'll ever get her high is to let her do her thing and then watch you die. Sweet Lorraine. So this is a really poisonous relationship that, um, in order to love her, you've kind of got to demise. It has to be. You love her at your own demise. Now she's the one who gives us all of those magical things and reads the stories out of I Ching, and she passes out a whole new basket of rings. That's when you put on your hand, makes you one of the angel band, and gives you the power to be a man. And what does it? And but what it does for her, you'll never quite understand. Sweet Lorraine, it's a shame. She's a pity. She was raised in the city. Yeah, I just feel this is about somebody, and do you know what? I think, hopefully, you guys out there will give me some info on this, but it sounds to me like they're singing about, or he's singing about somebody who's actually involved in the music business, maybe, who's maybe a popular singer, perhaps, or someone like that. That's just wild speculation, but it's as for the performance, it was really, really interesting. They're really, really cool. I love the change ups. Um, I loved it when it kind of got a little bit heavier. And I loved the quiet bits and the harmonies too. It's a shame I couldn't pick out the lyrics at the time because I think maybe listening to their 67 recording would have probably given me a better idea. But interesting reading them after, and I will certainly go back and listen to the audio version. So there's only 17 comments, typical. Um, art imitating life, psychedelic. I don't know, it kind of felt like folk rock, but maybe it was psychedelic. I'm sure there was a bit of psychedelia going on at this concert anyway. So, folks, I haven't got much else to say on this. It was really, really cool. I enjoyed it. It was very different to the last one I heard, um, which was more like a rallying call. And but this one was fun. And yeah, like I said, I'm just kicking myself a little bit because I was torn between doing an audio sort of album version and doing this, and I kind of felt like I missed the lyrics the first time round. I mean, it's okay reading them, and they look quite fun, but I would have maybe liked to see a slightly different version, but maybe for another day. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and again, thank you to everybody that is here to watch this channel. Um, and if you would like to donate, buy me a coffee, then you'll feel free to do that. If not, then it's fine by me. And you can also drop a suggestion on Buy Me a Coffee as well, and also in the comments section of YouTube. So till next time, take care of yourself. Have a fantastic week.